This bike just straight up suits me, man. I'm gonna start talking smack about it. Got a little test ride for you guys today. It's meant to be a group ride, but there's no one else here, so exclusive private test ride. There's my bike. It's not actually mine, but the same bike. 07. This feels quite nice. That's a bit different. You're getting two up. This way. Alright, so as you guys know, I own the 07, and the last time I test rode this bike, the 09, was when it was like it was when I started the channel a long time ago. The quality is not so great, but I did a video of that. I'll put a card up at the end of this video so you guys get to see what I thought of it. Long story short, I absolutely loved that bike. I loved it. This is the same bike, and this is the 2016 model, so they've, you know, fixed the jerky throttle that loads of people had a complaint with. I never felt that was overriding. Yeah.
For these three modes.
Yeah.
Standard AB. But before you operate for.
Turn it off, right?
Go to throttle first, okay?
Okay. Cab. And then yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so long story short, like I was saying, is I absolutely loved my first go on this. I had a whole day on it in the mountains. Since then they've yeah, man, that's the engine right there. Since then they've fixed that switchy throttle. Yeah, man, fucking powers all over. And I'll comment on how the difference is that of the throttle is in a bit, but so far I must say it feels really nice. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could call this as like a first ride of the FZ-09, the 2016 model, because they did change that throttle. Seat's nice and comfortable. I must admit the position is comfortable as well. It's pretty cool that they let us fucking hope that's fucking rain, man. It's cool that they let us test ride it out on the road. They don't normally let us do that, and now we got rain. I guess you could say initial impressions is it's smoother than my MT-07. I'd say it's smoother. The throttle feels totally cool. Like I don't feel any problem whatsoever with the jerkiness that they refer to. Look at that, man. It just rained for like 2 seconds. The suspension feels nice. It feels pretty plush actually, and as you guys know, I'm pretty on the fence regarding my next bike. I do own the 07, the same color as the one of the girl in front of me, and yeah, man, I must admit, thoroughly enjoying this so far. Just one standout thing, I guess you could say, is it's very smooth, and it's very smooth, but it's also got the torque, the nice amount of torque right there too. Where's my indicator? There's my indicator. My bad. That was meant to be the indicator. Yeah, I mean, one thing I've noticed is what they've done with this bike is the 07's torque isn't like a hell of a lot less, but this carries that torque throughout the much longer gearing, and therefore just there's less shifting, and it's just a bit more potent, I guess. You don't have to, like, what I've compared my 07 to is it kind of feels like a supermoto, but this just has that more powerful engine because it's able to just keep going, you know. I mean, this first gear right here is just pretty usable in the town like this. It's not jerky, it's cool. I'm in standard mode right now. I'm not going over the specs of this bike. If you guys don't know the specs, I'm sure there's like a shit ton of videos you can find out about the specs. It's so easy to ride. This is so easy to ride, and it's just got like a shit ton of power. Like, it's got loads of power. Man, this is cool having a test ride being on the street right here instead of a closed course. Yeah, man, it looks nice. This was originally the color that I liked, man. Orange. Yeah, I guess I didn't comment on one of the first things I felt was the weight. The weight, it feels nice and light, man. Doesn't feel like a massive difference in weight really to my 07, which is quite surprising. One of the concerns I had was I was thinking about an MT-10 as well as an upgrade bike, and you know, the weight was a potential issue there with the roads here not being super smooth as well. I don't know if you need them more power than this thing. Plus this has got that softer suspension, so I don't mean to like keep going on about other bikes here, but thinking about plans, new bikes, all that bullshit. I always think that I like torque, right? It's the most important thing. Torque is way more fun than horsepower. I've always thought that. And this thing has like smoothness and ease of riding. Like, the Hypermoto isn't like hard to ride, but it's not easy like a Japanese bike. I mean, Japanese bikes are so easy to ride. I mean, you know, you need a degree in being able to fucking stall them, you know what I'm saying? They're like almost stall proof, you know. And then it's just got like loads of power as well. So it's got the power when you need it, and it hasn't when you don't, you know, or it still does, but you just don't have to use it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just very, very easy to use power. I'm gonna give it a little bit of welly here. Do have test riders in front and behind, so yeah, I must admit, I do like this. I do like this a lot. It's yeah, the position is very comfortable. The seat is so comfortable. Like, I feel like the seat's more comfortable than my 07. And I do like this color, I must admit too. This color is nice. They also do the silver and blue one, which I like a lot, the silver and blue one. But yeah, man, I got the modes right here. Yeah, there we go. I put it in A now. See how A is. Yeah, man, that's got a lot of torque, man. Yeah, this is the thing that always gets me, is the weight of this bike is great and the torque is great as well. So it just makes you think that like the MT-10 might just be you know, stiffer suspension might not be as great and stuff, you know? Torque is more, but this has great instant torque. Yeah, man, this bike is sweet as. Yeah, I must say this is very nice. Yeah, and they're keeping a good pace as well on this test ride. Gearing slightly different with my 07. The gears are much longer, which is nice. This thing feels great, it really does. Oh, hello, bro. Yeah, stay the fuck over there, man. Dickhead. I wonder if they slightly adjusted the suspension for this year. I don't know. I guess it's just since I rode it originally, everyone says how it's all wallowy and stuff, and it feels good. It doesn't feel. It feels fine. The roads here aren't so great, so slightly soft suspension is a plus. I mean, it's not a racetrack, right? If you want a racetrack, yeah, then okay, stiff suspension. But yeah, I'm trying to think of things to say, and it's pretty difficult, to be honest. Like, I tell you what I will say is yeah, that feels nice. That sounds nice. Yeah, man, I must say, I'll tell you one thing I will say about this bike is it's like a rocking chair or some shit, man. it's got that comfort, you know. The suspension's definitely, you know, it's not stiff and stuff like that, but I quite like that. You can feel the forks kind of like go down a little bit when you brake in or something like that. But I tell you what, man, is the power is there, you know. Normally when you got those kind of specs, the power might be like a little bit softer, but I like that, man. They've gone like kind of hybrid on this bitch. It's fucking nice, man. I tell you, this is enough power, and the price is undeniable, man. I mean, the MT-10's yet to be released here, but the guy on the FZ-09 behind me, the one driving, told me that the price he expects it to be means it's going to be 50% more expensive in this country than this bike. And this is a very good priced bike in this country, and in Thailand they have a lot of bikes that aren't very well priced. So this is extremely tempting, extremely tempting. And it feels like it's like this bike is like, you know what this bike is? It's geared like a stunt bike, man. That's what it is. It's geared like a stunt bike. I ain't gonna lie, this thing feels like it suits me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I like this color. I've always liked orange, and I keep saying I like this color, but I thought I like the silver and blue, you know. It comes with the blue forks and the blue wheels, but this color's quite tasty, man. So actually, man, that feels good, man. That feels good. It's fucking really comfortable. The power delivery is instant, look. Yeah, and I mean, the power delivery is more initial and instant feeling to me than Ducati Hypermotard, the twin or not. I mean, this is a triple. I would have thought a twin would have been more hard down low. Really nice, I must admit, really nice. It's got comfort and performance, and yeah, man, I don't have anything bad to say about this bike. I mean, I got an A, man, and I'm fucking with shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, if there's one thing I'd say about this bike I'd like it to be then different to what it is, I would say is I wish it looked a bit more special, you know. I'm thinking about maybe buying one of these. It's a potential bike. This and the MT-10 are at the top of my list. But I gotta say that if I buy one of these, I think I'm probably gonna change it up quite a lot, you know. Maybe change the headlight. I don't know if I would change the headlight, to be honest, but I'll try and make it look unique. Yeah, brakes feel nice. Power delivery is instant, man. The best thing to do when you're riding a bike is fuck with torque. Do you know what I'm saying? You wanna have jokes with torque, man. Torque is where it's fun. You know what I'm saying? That's just like what's fun, man. And this thing is the master of torque. This is the second biggest bike. I wonder, man, if someone can leave me a comment below. This is a very interesting question I got right here. I'd really appreciate it if someone with some insight could leave a comment below and tell me what's the power delivery like on the MT-10 versus this bike from, you know, basically idle, you know, from 0 to the speeds I'm talking, you know, just from 0 to a good speed, you know, that real initial, like, how is it? Like, okay, I know, you know, 7,000 RPM, the wheel's meant to be lifting and stuff like that on the 10, and but I want to know what it's like from idle, because these roads are not good for highway speeds. These roads, you know, softer suspension is where it's at, you know, with these, you know, I just think slightly softer. You don't want like racing suspension, man, on these roads. But then it's got the power delivery and the kind of torque that you want, man. This is really nice. I must say, this is really nice. I have no complaints, and the seat is comfortable, boy. It feels like a supermoto in its positioning, which is right up my street. This very well could be my next bike. I kind of wanted something that was, you know, had a lot of special factor, had that kind of specialness. That's my only gripe with this bike. But in terms of power delivery and just performance and comfort, it's all there. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, it's got a torque all over, man. Torque all over. Yeah, and then look, man, I'm hitting the bumps in mid corner right here, and I can still give some more throttle. It's not upsetting me, to be honest. You know, you get used to riding on these kind of roads sometimes. This thing's a beast, man. I feel like almost riding it like a hybrid dirt bike, you know. I'm kind of leaning the bike more than I'm leaning myself type deal, man. It feels really great. Keep right, gonna press this button. I know this loop, this is a nice little loop. Looks like we just avoided the rain perfectly, man. Yeah, see the throttle there on these little roads like this is extremely ready to accelerate, so you have to be a little bit more careful. But this is probably a prime example of a road that I should probably put it back in standard right here. It feels like a fucking lazy boy sofa with like a rocket up his fucking backside, man. This is a fantastic bike. Like, this is a fantastic bike. Yeah, man. Shit, man, this has got loads of power. It's got loads of power, and the suspension is soaking everything up. Yeah. See, that was a pretty hard bump and took it like a boss. You know what I mean? Took it like a boss. Yeah, this bike is great, man, I gotta admit. You put a nice exhaust on this. Yeah, man. I wouldn't even fuck with the suspension, you know? I wouldn't even fuck with it. The roads here, they're kind of chewed up, man, and it handles them really well. This is a great bike, I gotta admit, man. One of my concerns is if I bought the 10, the MT-10, is some loops I don't think I could do here on the 10. That's what I'm thinking right now. Whereas this is as versatile as like a hypermotard or something, and man, this power is more impressive with this bike. Chicken dipper. Starting to get a bit of rain. Hey, this is a serious test ride right here though, man. You gotta rate Yamaha for this. The road's got dirt all over it and twisties, and I got it in A mode, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Oh, you see all the rain over there then? See, look at that. That road there is chewed up, and it just handled it like a boss. Alright, so a way to summarize this as I'm getting rained on right here is indicator is to say that this bike is geared like a stunt bike, but then it's unleashed, man. That's the one word that comes to mind as I'm going through the gears, as I'm hitting the twisties, as there's dirt all over the roads, and I'm getting this sick hookup test ride. from Yamaha Square, I gotta say that this bike is fantastic. The suspension soaking up everything, power delivery is on point, but the engine and the bike itself, especially the engine, just feels unleashed, man. It just feels, you know, there's nothing held back, man. The power delivery is fantastic, and for the price, it's undeniable, man. It's undeniable that the price difference here in comparison to a Ducati Hypermotard, it just doesn't make sense to buy a Ducati Hypermotard, especially when I've been riding it for the last week or so, and I've felt like I'm waiting for a little bit of power to come in from that initial low down revs, and this bike just has that power that the Hypermotard doesn't feel like it has when it comes down to initial torque anyway. So this bike, literally any time in any gear, you can just go like this, and it's always got good drive, man. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I want to wheelie the bike, I want to fuck around with the torque. It's fun doing that in the middle of the corner and getting the back a bit loose. And this bike is quite hard to deny, man, I gotta admit. See, now it's just starting to sing now. I'm changing gears early even, man, you know, look. Yeah, man. Oh, this thing's got power, I ain't even gonna lie. I've been changing gears a little bit early and everything as well, but this bike's got that initial acceleration, but that ain't saying nothing about it. It ain't got the acceleration everywhere else, man. This is a torquey fucking bike, man. This is a torquey fucking bike. It's 850 cc's of fucking torque fuckery, man. That's what it is, but I tell you that much right now. That was fun. Yeah, it's colour, man. So the memory function's gone back to standard after I turned it off in A. That's one thing that'd be better if it didn't do. There you go, I'm back in A now. Look at that, look. That's a lot of torque, boy. Look at this, look. Yeah, this has just got like bare torque. It's nothing, there's no other way to say it than that. I mean, if you did that mid-corner, bruv, you're gonna start doing cartwheels, bruv. You're gonna be imitation of fucking Carnival right here. Oh yeah, there you go. Front wheel just lifted off a little bit. I'm talking like half an inch, but it did definitely just come up. After you do some mods, this thing is gonna be a beast. Honestly, the first time I rode a bike of this power was this bike, and I fell in love with it. Like I said, check that card out right now at the top. And I've come back with a hell of a lot more experience than I originally had, and this is just, it really is, it's fantastic. It's fucking fantastic. It's such a good bike, this bike. You can see why Yamaha has sold so many of them. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if there's anything you read that is discouraging about this bike, don't let it fool you. I would go as far as to say those people have an ulterior motive just against Yamaha or this bike for some reason. Torquey as anything. I mean, the only way you wouldn't like this bike is if it's too powerful or too torquey. This, it really suits me, and straight up, this could be my next bike. It really could. I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, like, how much fucking torque do you want, bro? The brakes feel quite strong there as well. I mean, they're not Brembos, but they are nice. Yeah, man, this is like, every bump I'm hitting, it's like nothing. And the seating position is fucking great. You got a 3 modes, but I'll leave that shit in A. I mean, if you were really gonna wheelie and shit, you might try standard. You might even try B, you know, if you're getting like high with the wheelies, just to be a little bit easier to control. But I mean, that speaks volumes for just this torque. This has honestly been a fantastic day. Like, Yamaha, man, you really hooked me up. This was fucking great. I love this bike. I can't fault this bike. it really is fantastic. Might have to go custom on one of these things, man. You know what this bike does best is it guarantees you that it's got like more than a healthy amount of torque at any RPM in any gear. That's what this bike does great. And man, it's so comfortable. It's really comfortable. The engine sticks out quite a bit there. I only just noticed that now. But it's just so comfortable. Really, this is an absolutely fantastic bike. I have nothing but good things to say about it. I think making it possibly look a bit better, even though I think it's a nice looking bike, its performance is just 10 times better than even its looks, even though it's a nice looking bike. This bike is just, it's so up my street that it's very, very likely to be my next bike. If you enjoyed this first ride, let me know. Leave a comment. Please like the video, the thumbs up below, share it, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and stay tuned on the channel because I've got all kinds of exciting stuff coming out. Motorman out. Oh bro, oh my god, I'm getting so much rain down my neck, it's not even funny. Come on, man. Shit, boy, it's fucking well coming down now. I know where the guys are. What a hookup. Run from the rain. Oh. Soaked. I absolutely love it. It just really fucking suits me. I think I want this bike, man.